Hey guys, it's Nikki. I'm trying something new out right about now. I'm sure you've noticed the quality change. It's because I have my camera back. My boyfriend was borrowing it. I'm still kind of figuring out where I want to film in my room because I have limited space, but I figured since we're doing a manga wrap-up, since we're doing a manga wrap-up for June, I could use my backdrop here then it would be pretty appropriate. Alright, so I read a shit ton of manga this month, at least, you know, by my standards. The thing is, with the month of June, I wanted to start some series to see which ones I wanted to continue with in the future because I am in the middle of reading a couple series right now. The first one that I picked up was My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness by Nagata Kabi, and it was a little bit not what I expected. Not to say that it wasn't good or anything like that, it just... Okay, let's just talk about what it's about. Actually, why did I say that? There's not a lot to say about this. It's really just about this girl's experience with loneliness, as it says, and her feelings towards women and overcoming loneliness, her art, her like struggles with art and struggles with like feelings and getting to know people. And in some ways I really connected with that because I was like, shit man, I am so awkward with people, I have no idea what to do right now. Yeah, but on the other hand, it was less of like a story and more of an autobiographical kind of thing rather than like a story that you'd expect from a manga, maybe, because it was a lot of narration on her part, which is not a bad thing, it's just not what I was expecting at all. Overall, I did enjoy it. It was a pretty quick read, and I think I will be picking up the next book, which I can't even remember what it was called at this point. I just remember seeing that there was a second book and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna read it! The next one I picked up is After Hours by Yuta Nishio. This follows a girl, Emi? Yes, she is 24 years old, she's unemployed, she's not really sure what she's doing with her life, and she meets this girl, Kate, who is a DJ, and things blossom from there pretty quickly, I might add. So it's kind of part love story, but not really. Also, it's a lot of learning what you like and learning things about yourself. And I really like that the protagonists are older. They're in their 20s and early 30s. So the art style is pretty cute. The story, sometimes it's easy to understand, it's fine, but there were times that I would be reading and felt lost, felt like I missed something in between like one scene and the next. I'm like, how did we get here? But I don't know, I don't think it's a problem with this manga specifically. It's just that that happens to me kind of often when I'm reading manga. I get very confused easily. I'm not really sure why. But overall, I would recommend it. I think I will continue with this story because it's just interesting. It's not... I usually like the school stories, but it was just nice to have something a little bit different this time. The next book I picked up was Crisis Girls by Hiroaki Yoshikawa. And this was a little... how do I describe it? Alright, I won't lie, when I was at the library I picked this up because I saw the cover and I was like, super cute and also pink and I'm into it already, let's go, this might be kind of cool. I knew it was going to be a little weird, but I was not aware how weird it was gonna be. And I don't know how I feel about it. It follows this girl right here, Gravedigger Kaede, who basically just keeps Tokyo safe from crises. That's why she's a crisis girl. When the first crisis appeared, it's at the very beginning of the novel and it's like a giant killer penguin. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And the thing is, that penguin is actually pretty damn cute. Like, I could not take this seriously. I was crying. What is that face? So yeah, that kind of just set the tone from then on. I knew it was not going to be a very serious thing. I was like, okay, am I out of focus? Am I out of focus? Are we good? Konyo, I don't know. I was aware that it was not going to be very serious. It was pretty cute. Kaede's pretty cute. She's like a little kid. She's like 10 or something like that. She's gotta be. I don't know. Sometimes the humor was a little bit like... okay. Like, I did enjoy the over-the-top stuff, like the penguin, the giant penguin, and just the enemies in general they had to face. I'm pretty sure there was like an evil chihuahua at one point, and that was interesting. I do like that kind of stuff, but you know, overall I was just like, I don't know if I want to pick up the next volume, so I don't know if I will. I don't really think I will. Following on the kind of weird stuff, we have Kigurumi Guardians by Lily Hoshino, and I don't know what I was expecting from this cover. Once again, I was at the library and I was like, this looks really cute. it's the colors that got me. I don't know, I'm a sucker for that. I was like, this is really cute, I'm gonna pick it up. Honestly, I picked up Crisis Girls and Kigurumi Guardians without like really reading the back, especially because the thing is that the back has the freaking library barcode on it, so most of the time it just kind of covers up most of the description. Why do you do this to me, libraries? Don't do that to me. I don't know, in general the descriptions on like the English translations of manga always seem to be very vague anyway, and they're very like small, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna thumb through it, it's gonna be fine, I'll just like get the genre, it's fine. Or I'll just like look it up on my anime list while I'm out. I didn't have time for that, I guess, so I just picked it up. Follows this girl, Hakka, who comes home one day and finds this thing in her house, and it turns out that she's told that it's this like government program and that she was chosen as one of them to run the experiment, but then later on at school the next day she finds out that she's actually chosen to help defend the school against these, I think they're dolls? No. Puppets. There we go. These puppets that have been attacking the school, and so her and this other girl and this boy have these Kigurumi Guardians. If you don't know what a Kigurumi is, I'm sure you do. You've seen them before. I have one. Hold on. In the West, we call them like onesie pajamas, but I have a Korilakuma Kigurumi that my boyfriend gave me. I'm not going to put this on right now because it's like 90 degrees, but I will insert a picture of me wearing it. So that's what a Kigurumi is, at least in the West. But I suppose in Japan, it just kind of refers to anybody who's in like a costume. So those creepy fucking costume people in Times Square, Kigurumi. Anyway, she gets to fight with her Kigurumi Guardian to protect the school from the puppets. You also find out, I don't think this is really a spoiler, I'm pretty sure this happens early on, but all of the Kigurumis are real people underneath, men. Underneath. You have to like activate them to get them to fight as men, because as Kigurumi they can't really do much. And it's not really spoiler because it's right here on the back. It was pretty funny, like the interactions that these two have together made me laugh a lot, especially him. Oh my gosh, like he has to communicate using like this little board, and so like just reading the board, they made me laugh a lot. It was also kind of weird. And I'm not gonna say anymore because, you know, if you decide to pick up the manga, you'll see for yourself. It's not like, I guess, I'm not gonna say it's not a huge deal, it's kind of a big deal. But it just left me feeling a little bit weird, and I was like, I don't know if I want to continue this. The ending definitely made me want to be like, ah shit, I gotta pick up the next volume now. Yeah, overall, I'm not sure. Like, it was pretty funny, it's just a couple things I really can't get past, and I didn't get pulled in too much to the story. I don't know, I like these over-the-top kind of things, but then I don't know, I need a little bit something to make me take them seriously or make me want to continue them more. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, we are down to the last two, and so the next manga that I picked up was one that I had seen recommended on BookTube before by, I believe, Ashley from Ashley Outpaged and maybe Monica from She Might Be Monica. I'm not entirely sure. I cannot remember. But I did see several people talking about this, and that is Horimiya by Hiro, who I don't know who Hiro is, and Daisuke Hagiwara. So I'm so glad I picked this book up. Horimiya is about these two characters right here. That's where their name comes from. It's a combination of both of their names. We have Hori over here and Miyamura, and oh my god, it was so cute. At school, where's my finger going? At school, Miyamura is kind of seen as like this quiet, maybe otaku boy, and you know, he doesn't really talk to a lot of people, he doesn't really stand out that much. And then Hori is like really like talkative, she's got a lot of friends, and so they never expect to like cross paths. But then one day Hori takes care of her brother at home after school. She picks him up, she cleans, she does a lot of the housework for him, and is just generally like a caretaker for him. One day Miyamura shows up with her brother one day because I think he fell. Did he fall? But anyway, he shows up at the house, but he looks completely different, and Hori doesn't recognize him at first, and then she realizes that he looks completely different outside of school. This is literally a couple pages in, so no spoilers, but so they form this weird sort of friendship from there. Still trying to like navigate around like, oh, do we like talk to each other at school, or do we just only talk to each other after school? He starts coming over to hang out with her little brother. It is so cute. It is definitely a slice of life, so it's not going to be like super action-packed or anything like that. But oh my gosh, it made me smile so much. I love him so much. Oh my gosh, he is adorable. He's just so cute. I'm definitely gonna get the next volume. Like, as soon as I was done with this, I immediately wanted more. This is exactly what I wanted to read. This is exactly what I love to read. I definitely recommend it if you want something really sweet and fun and just cute overall to read. Okay, so the last one that I'm going to be talking about is one that I saw at Barnes & Noble. I haven't seen anybody talking about it yet. The art style looked super cute, so I wrote it down, immediately got it from the library, and that is 1 Week Friends by Matsu Hazuki. You guys. This is about a boy named Yuki who really wants to be friends with this girl, Kaori, because she is very quiet, she doesn't talk to anybody, and the impression she kind of gives off is that she's pretty cold, and he's like, what is her deal? I must know. I want to get to know her. So he tries his best to get her to be friends with him, even though she tries to brush him off at first, and eventually she's like, I guess we're eating lunch together. And they start eating lunch together for a while, and eventually he finds out that the reason she doesn't want any friends is because her memory resets at the end of each week. I love this shit! Despite the plot sounding like it has so much potential to just break your soul in half, the artwork is so cute if you can't tell from this cover. It is just full of super cute little, oh my god! Ah, look at them! Look at their little faces! It had all these like cute little chibi versions of them throughout it, and it's just so cute. Another thing I really liked about this is that there were a lot of sections that just had it in like 4-panel formats, and that's pretty cute. I haven't seen that used in a lot of manga, at least not the ones that I've been reading, and so I just thought that was really fun. Despite it having this, I guess, potential to be completely heart-shattering, it was super cute and super fun. How many times have I said cute by now? It was super sweet, and I really enjoyed it. I could not get enough of it. I thought it was really precious. So these two were my faves for the month. Like, yes, thank you for these! I also did try to get my hands on a copy of Dreaming Sun by Ichigo Takano, I think her name is. But I requested it from the library and it said it was in transit for like weeks, and I was like, what the fuck? Because normally it comes in like a matter of days. And it turns out that it got lost in transit, and so I contacted a librarian in the system and they were like, oh, we'll put in another request for you, but that request has been pending for weeks, so now I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just buy it. That is it for my monthly wrap-up for manga. Maybe I shouldn't say monthly wrap-up because I have no idea if I'm going to continue doing these. It's just that I read a lot of beginnings of series of manga this month, and I thought it would be cool to do like a little video just talking about them. I am reading a couple series right now. Usually I just read them online. I never really read the physical copies. It's just that I find that when I read the physical copies I fly through them a little bit faster. I'm not sure why, but I'm currently reading like Hiroaka Online, and what else am I supposed to? I'm supposed to be reading something else. I should have caught up on Attack on Titan like years ago, but here we are. If you've read any of the books that I talked about today, leave it down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of them. Did you like them? What are you looking forward to reading next? If you have any recommendations for me, I would totally take them. Clearly I favor shoujo manga and like slice of life kind of things. I thought that I liked more exciting things, but it turns out that my head hurts when I try to read like action stuff, so yeah. So if you have any recommendations, feel free to share them, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!